To me, it looked like paradise when I came here because it was quiet, away from the very busy life which I have in Dublin when I work, and I was working very hard. Coming here, I just relax, switch off completely, and Sotogrande gave me that. I mean, it was fantastic.
Yeah. And presumably because of the fame, because of the quality, you started getting politicians coming in, the famous people, the sports people.
We were the place in Dublin. We are the place where people wanted to come to eat, because of the reputation we built over the years. I mean, we opened the restaurant 44 years ago now, so people, 44 years is of very high success. We went through all different levels of.
Okay, and one more thing. How would you define Sotogrande in one sentence?
Quiet, beautiful, paradise.
Welcome to Charlie and Sotogrande, the podcast where I explore the people, the passions, and the places that drive this beautiful community that Sotogrande is. Welcome back to Charlie and Sotogrande. I'm honored to welcome a very special guest and friend of mine, Patrick Guilbaud, who is a legendary chef behind a 2 Michelin-Star restaurant, Patrick Guilbaud in Dublin, and a long-time Sotogrande resident, now here for over 30 years. Patrick, you're very welcome.
Thank you.
I always ask my first-time guests to answer the question, how would you introduce yourself to somebody who's never met you? What would you say?
Well, that's a very interesting question. What will I say? I said, hello, I'm Patrick.
Good.
Yeah. What's your name? I always try to, before I speak about myself, I like to try to have people, to draw people into, and ask me, I like to see them, who they are, what they do, rather than to expose myself. I like them to expose themselves to me. Yeah. So I most of the time, I try to reverse the process.
Right. So understand who that person is, but then what would you say? Are you say you're a chef? Or you say you're just a father, a grandfather?
I would never say I'm a chef. I don't say.
No.
I would say hello, Charlie. How are you doing?
Okay, you're not a chef. All right.
I'm not. No, I don't need to know. I don't need to have this thing about
who you.
Patrick Guilbaud is a chef.
Yeah.
I just want to be. I'm a person, and I like to feel comfortable in my own skin, and I like to make people feel comfortable with me.
I understand.
Yeah,
I understand. You probably say you want to be a professional golfer before anything else.
No, not at all. Golf is something we put you back down to earth very quickly.
Very quickly indeed. Okay, so what brought you to Sotogrande in the first place?
Well, I came to Sotogrande in the 80s with a friend of mine called Patrick Guilbaud, which became a partner of mine in one of business in Ireland, where I was business. And I stayed in his apartment. It was in Block 1 on the river. And then my very good friend Tony bought something in 92, I think. And I came in to visit him and play golf with him and blah, blah, blah. And it was very good. I really enjoyed it. Then I bring my wife, Sally. Yeah. And Sally Guilbaud is SG, very much like Sotogrande. And so Sally had a very big affiliation with the place straight away.
Simply because of initials.
And we just fell in love with the place. I mean, we used to have a place in France where I used to go on my vacations there with my kids, and that's it. We grow out of it. It was a place maybe above Bordeaux, where I come from, near Cognac, and we had a little village called Combe Royal. We had a very nice, lovely things, but it was far from the sea, difficult to get at, and all these things difficult. So when we came to Sotogrande, suddenly we could fly straight away from Dublin to Malaga.
Of course.
Drive here. It was difficult to start with because the drive was quite long and very difficult.
Yeah, back in the 80s, it was a long drive.
In the 80s, it was a long drive. Yeah. And so we decided, but we still fell in love with the place. I mean, Sotogrande was only started to be built at the time. And to me, it looked like paradise when I came here because it was quiet, away from the very busy life which I have in Dublin when I work, and I was working very hard. coming here, just relax,
Switch off
completely, and Sotogrande gave me that. I mean, it was fantastic.
Yeah. So from the 80s to 2025, you've seen a huge amount of changes.
In Sotogrande?
Yeah, Sotogrande must have changed a lot.
Well, Sotogrande follow the world. The world has changed a lot. I mean, and Sotogrande is following the thing, but he's following in the right way, in my opinion. Sotogrande is still a place where you can come here and relax, where you have space. Space is very important to me, and for me, be space physically, but between friends, give you a lot of space. It is you have a month or 2 months of the year in July and August, which is a bit more busy, but the rest of the time is fairly. It used to be very, very quiet. It's not anymore very quiet. I mean, I find it very peaceful, but also quite busy. I can do whatever I like here. It's just amazing. And you can go to all the restaurants are now open everywhere, and the quality is getting better and better. The place itself has been looked after very, very well, and so. If you compare Sotogrande, for example, with Marbella, it's incomparable. I mean, just you come here and
we've had a debate this with many of my guests about the difference between Marbella, and basically you can't compare them. They're just different. One's a town, the other one's a resort. One is very low.
Yes, but it's been. I remember going to Portobanus in the 70s with a friend of mine. And it was a lovely little port. People playing cards, and the fishermen being there, and but it was a lovely little port. Very nice place. Look at it today. I mean, it's a disaster. I mean, I won't even bring my children down there anymore. It's not right. I just don't feel comfortable when I go down there.
And how would you compare Sotogrande to, say, Quinta do Lago?
It's not comparable. It's similar, but not comparable. Sotogrande is bigger, size-wise. Sotogrande is in Spain. And infrastructure in Spain is a bit better than it is in Portugal.
The infrastructure,
The infrastructure is better than it is in Portugal. So when you leave Quinta do Lago, you left away, but it's coming the right position. Also the same. It's just getting better.
Good. So let's go back into your sort of starting your career. You're obviously from France. You met Sally, I believe, in England.
Yes, in Manchester.
And that's where you started your first restaurant. Is that right?
Yes, I had a restaurant. So I opened a restaurant in 76. I think 72 or 77, one of the 2 years. And we opened a restaurant in Ordelage, a little village outside Manchester, which is on the way goes out the green belt of Manchester, where all the soccer players, the United and City, were there. So we opened this restaurant there. We were very successful at the time. And my wife suddenly became pregnant from our second child. We have the second child, Emily. And so Sally was in the front of the house. I was cooking, small restaurant. I said, if I put a manager, they can take all the profit. I'm going to get left with nothing more. So I put it for sale. And incredibly, we sold it very well and very quickly. So naturally, I'm now with no job.
A
bit of cash
and a pregnant wife.
Yes, a pregnant wife. And a son already was born. So we have to make a decision. We had to choose a thing. It was either stay in England, London. I had proposition to go to Paris to open a restaurant in business with somebody else in Paris, Bruxelles, London, and something in New York.
So those were your options.
That was my option to go to the things. I was quite well known in the restaurant, in the business, in the trade at the time. And so I was this approach where I decided Sally didn't want to go to Paris because she felt that I will have too many friends.
Too many friends. You would have too many friends.
So I said, well, if you don't go to Paris, I'm not going to go to London. And then we did not especially like Brussels as a city. I think it was. But I always have this urge in myself I wanted to open a restaurant, to build a restaurant in a capital city. Something which was never done before by very, very little people. And so if you look at the option in the world where you can afford to buy a piece of land to build a restaurant in a capital city I mean, there is very few capitals. You can do that in Paris or London and Paris or Brussels, or certainly not in New York. So that was really the option. I didn't speak Spanish, I didn't speak Madrid. But so somebody came to me and he said, listen, I have a piece of land between the Baker Street in Dublin, which, if you prefer, if you like, I could sell to you. He was a builder, and we can build something for you there. So I said, well, let's go have a look. Ireland was very bad in the late 70s, early 90s, early 70s, early 80s. So it was quite poor. It was like Ireland was going. It's like 20 years behind the rest of Europe, and it was lagging at the back. And so, but I took a chance. I said, well, look, why not? Let's go. And I did. And I found an incredible architect called Arthur Guilbaud, who designed the place for me.
So you built the restaurant from the ground?
From the ground. We built the restaurant from the ground. And we put all everything we had into it. So it was a big challenge, and it was. But when you're near the precipice, somebody is pushing you out, and you're making sure that you're not going to fall. So you work harder and find the idea. Your brain is working. I mean, at the end of the day, it was very successful. We did very well, and we still open. So that was.
But you moved from there because now you're in town, no?
No, we are. It's not the same premises, but we are. It's only a block away. We were only a block down. So we moved. With the place we bought was in Jane's Place, just behind the Bank of Ireland in Baker Street, and we built the place there. And then from there, we built. We moved down to the Marriott Hotel, or next door to the Marriott Hotel, when my partner opened the Marriott Hotel in 97. So he asked me to
went with him to the thing. So what you say, you have a 2-star at the moment, Michelin, that you've had it for many, many years. So when did you first get that? I mean, to get a reputation?
96. So the first Michelin-Star we got was in 1988. 88. The second Michelin-Star was in 96. We have two Michelin stars since 96.
And how many other restaurants in Dublin had Michelin stars?
Nobody. We were the first one in Ireland to have 2 Michelin stars. The British House in Cork had 1 Michelin star before me, but that was a long time before me. And in another restaurant, I think, on the north side of Dublin, on the Michelin star, but they didn't keep. But that's it. We were the only one at the time.
Right. And presumably, because you got that 2-star, that was the place people with money precipitated to, because.
Well, it was difficult to start with because Ireland was quite poor. We didn't have any money. But the big boom in Ireland would become in the 90s, not in the 80s. So the 80s were very tough. And it's why I had to take partner to come with me because I would not survive otherwise. So I needed to share the business with somebody else. And so I always say at the time it was better to share something, half of something, than having everything of nothing.
Absolutely. I say that all the time to my clients. Let's get half of something and zero of nothing. Absolutely right. And presumably because of the fame, because of the quality, you started getting politicians coming in, the famous people, the sports people.
We were the place in Dublin. We are the place where people wanted to come to eat. Because of the reputation we built over the years. I mean, we opened the restaurant 44 years ago now. So people, 44 years is of very high success. We went through all different level of things. We had the big recession in the 80s when we started. Then we have the deflation in the early 90s. Then we have the tiger economy between 94, 95 to 2008. Then with the complete collapse of the banks in 2008, 2004. Then we had COVID. So it's a bit up and down, but we cope with it. And one of the reasons why I think we cope at the time, because I always make sure that after when they opened the restaurant in 1981, to 85, we're really very badly struggling about making sure that we could pay the staff and pay everybody else. So it was very. So I always make sure after that as soon as we have to get a partner, that half of the money, half of the profit we stay in the company.
Right.
So we don't distribute all the dividend every year. We only distribute half of the dividend, and we leave the rest. So for COVID, for example, when COVID happened, we have enough money to keep all my staff and to pay them.
Yeah.
So that was lucky, but I thought it was a very good decision at the time.
Because after COVID, they all returned, or you had they were looked after. They look after you.
Yeah, exactly. But they come back to me, and we keep them on the books, pay them.
Yeah.
Things. And the difficulty we have today in our trade is that the staff are, especially after COVID, they realize that people were underpaid compared with a lot of people who work in service industry.
Because they went out, found other jobs, came back.
Came back. Not only that, but they could see people who were doing, working in the computer industry or whatever, the high-tech things. They were getting a lot more pay than chefs or waiters.
Mm-hmm.
And so people left the industry. They are starting to come back, which is quite interesting. I think some people don't especially like the trade, so they come back to the trade. But we have to make sure that, and I say that to all my colleagues when I meet them, that we have to make sure that we keep a good salary. You have to pay them well and organize their lives, that they have pension, everything organized. When they retire, they have something to fall back on, because this is a big problem,
I mean, I've seen, when I lived in London, for example, you had a lot of the trade were Europeans, Spanish, the Spanish waiter, they even made programs about it. Manuel, remember the Fawlty Towers, Manuel, the French. And there were not very many British, English, if you like, people working in restauration, in the restaurant. It was like not a career. But you come to Spain and you see them, France, they're dressed up with the white shirts, the black thing. It's a career.
It's a career.
It's a career.
Absolutely.
It's a proper thing to do.
The Italian, the French, the Spanish, they look at that as a career, which is great, because I think it is a career. I mean, there is it's my career. I mean, it's what I did.
You have to eat 3 times a day.
You have to three times.
Sometimes you eat quite well.
Yeah, 3 times. You leave breakfast, lunch and dinner. So people have different tastes, people have different ideas of what food should be.
Yeah.
And the program on television like MasterChef and everything help a lot in some way the trade in some way. Not because of the food they are serving on the thing, but because it makes chef stars, if you like.
Yeah.
Which I don't like, but people, therefore. It was attractive to some people. It bring people into the industry.
They became famous. They became well known.
Famous, yes.
And that's not you.
No. I don't like
so
that.
You didn't do MasterChef Ireland?
No, we didn't. We did the final, actually.
You did the judgment or
the judgment?
The judge.
Judge. No, not me. I didn't judge. He refused me to judge because I said no, not you.
Yeah. Okay.
The chef, my number 2 in the kitchen. I said, you're gonna.
Okay. Excuse me for the small interruption. Just as a little tip from me to anyone who is thinking of buying a property as an investment and want to rent it. Please check on the new rental restrictions here in Andalucía before you buy. These things have changed quite dramatically over the last 6 months or so please check with your lawyer exactly what these are and how they might affect your purchase. Also, may I also ask you to subscribe. It'd be very nice of you if you could, if you're enjoying these podcasts, because it does help us very much in bringing in new guests as we get more traction. Thank you very much indeed. Let's get back to Sotogrande.
Okay.
What is it that you love most about Sotogrande, really? I mean, is it your golf? Because I know you're a member in Valderrama, you're a member down at Real Club. You love your golf. Is it, I believe you had a boat at some point, so you have the water and all that sort of fun stuff.
You make me feel like a very rich man. I'm not a rich man.
You're okay.
No. Well, what do I love about Sotogrande? Well, it's my peaceful. It's my time off.
Right.
I like that. I think. Obviously, I love my golf. I think honestly, I travel the world quite a little bit. To play golf with friends and go to places in America. My daughter lives in America, in California. So, excuse me. And So I go to and you compare. You ultimately in your head you compare with what they have there and what we have here. And it's difficult to match. So it's difficult to match. It's a place where you can come here and you have. I mean, you have the big avenue. You have the things, the tranquility of Sotogrande, the weather of Sotogrande. You have a lot of things which are, especially you can get at it very quickly from anywhere in the world. And I mean, it's just something very special. Yeah. So, what I think is that the facility when you are here, that I can do whatever I like. Yeah. You know, now, is the sea good? No, the sea is not the best. It's not the great sea to think. But to do what you're skiing and what they do, because surfing, that's fine. But the rest
over the years, when you first came, you probably stuck with your friends, your family, obviously, and the community was perhaps not as great as it is today. Today, I think we have something like 8,500 people living all year round, whereas in the summer it goes up to 30,000. So it's a very busy time. Have you found that the community has got bigger and bigger because there's a big school here, lots of children live here year round, the families live, there's more integration, you can meet all sorts of people all the time.
It's called progress. I mean, there is no doubt, but it's progressing. Sotogrande is moving in a very good direction. We have, as I said before, I think the space is there. Mm-hmm. People can do it. You can also see the potential of Sotogrande. People now, with the internet system, working so much better than it used to be. Mm-hmm. You have access to Sotogrande very quickly. You have the airport, apparently Gibraltar is going to open. I'm not sure if it's true or not.
Well, the last I heard is in January.
But January, but is it a good thing that? I don't know. It will be if it's going to attract a lot of customers. But yes, I just and when I came here in 1996, I bought in 97. We bought in 97 or 96, I don't know, 97 or 98. Anyway, I bought it, and it was very quiet. It was only a few. The marina was not finished yet, and suddenly was saying, it's going to be so good. I said, no, progress is what it is. You have to let people progress and do the things. It's going to bring people. There is things I think the marina, the port, where the market is now. Yeah. I think they do that wrong. I don't think they should have so many restaurants there. I mean, there is no reason why it should not be a bit more casual and different and maybe.
It's almost forced, isn't it? We're going to do that there, and then
you have to have there. That to me, I don't especially like. But the rest of the port is beautiful. And now you have Messi who opened his hotel there. It's progressing in the right direction. You have the old hotel Almanara, which is very good. The Sotogrande is very nice. I mean, seriously.
And then around we have the
Point Niagara.
Casablanca.
Casablanca is fantastic. What he's doing there is just amazing. Yeah. So good. It's all good.
Excellent. What do you think of the food scene here in Sotogrande? When you first arrived, was the K-bar there? Not even
the K-bar was there, yeah.
The K-bar. So that was just like
That's the only one was there. The rest, and Gaucho as well was there.
And Gaucho.
It's a Gaucho. What I think about the food, I can't say about the food, was no food.
There was no food, yeah. No, it was so you basically ate at home and...
you could, but the products in Spain are fantastic, Just,
of course.
I mean, when I first arrived here, it was the supermarket was not there, Supermercado was not there.
There were no supermarkets.
It was only Pueblo, Nuevo was a small guy. It was a restaurant.
Pueblo, yeah.
It was a small supermarket at the port. And that's it, really. I don't think there was anything else. But you could buy good food.
But you had to go to Algeciras or to...
Yeah, no, but you could buy... He was a butcher in Pueblo, Nuevo, things there. But you could buy a good quality product. I mean, give me a tomato and a bit of basil and I give you a good salad. I don't need anything else. It's beautiful. The problem is that people sometimes don't cook that well. I mean, they don't the thing. Yeah.
Which restaurants do you enjoy most at the moment?
At the moment?
Yeah. When I first came here, and I first came here a little bit before you, there was nothing. I mean, it was in the late 70s when I first met Sotogrande through some Gibraltarian friends I had. And literally there was, one or two, as you mentioned. And because of what I do, I go around and try and meet the people, and I try and meet the different restaurants. If I walk up and down Torre Guadiaro, I counted, I think, 13 or 14 different restaurants. Some better than others. You know, you have Trasmayo, you have
when was that?
Last year.
Oh, last year, okay.
Yeah.
Not in 1981.
No. Last year. So what I'm saying is that there are many more.
Yeah.
We have the Indian. We've got a Turkish.
What I say. I mean,
we have,
is there. I mean,
everyone's trying to break into the whole thing, and I think the offer is much better. I mean, it has to be because there are more people. But the quality has never been. You know, if you go to Quinta do Lago, maybe you get more options.
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I'm not sure the restaurant, the quality of the restaurant are not that bad. I mean, no, they are not. They're okay. I mean, the guys are doing what they can with the things they are. I think people are a bit tough sometimes on restaurants. You have to understand that your taste. Everybody has a different thing.
Of course,
you see a different thing. To me, a restaurant should be a place where you can go there and enjoy yourself. Now, if you want to be a Michelin-Star restaurant or two Michelin-Star restaurants, you have to be a destination restaurant. You have somewhere where people will go especially for that.
Yeah, destination. Okay. Yeah,
a destination restaurant. So you come here, and you travel. We went down to see those famous chefs there near Cadiz there.
A Poniente.
To eat down there. But that's a destination restaurant.
Yeah.
You don't go there every day.
No.
You don't go there every year.
No.
You only go there once in 2 or 3.
In your lifetime.
If you like it, you know.
Yeah.
So we have to be very careful what we need when you go to a restaurant. First of all, people are very price conscious. You know, they don't. I mean. If you open a restaurant, you spend 300 euro a head for people. Exactly, people will say no way. No, I'm not going there. Okay, so that is the thing. So you might do it once in a while, but only for special customers.
Yeah.
Special people who don't want that. So you have to balance. You have to know exactly what you are doing, and I think you have to find the right. So what we need, we know, because I'm going to ask you a question about Casablanca in. Casablanca, we open a restaurant there.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do there is to find exactly the right balance for the customer of Sotogrande. Something different, something where people can feel comfortable and people feel, it's their place, it's their little restaurant. Is that anyway? So, but that will take time. You can't build that overnight. No. It's a thing you have to have a relationship with your customer. You have to understand what the customer wants. You have to listen to them. You have to produce the product the way that people want, and it take a while. It take a bit of step.
Yeah.
We can push people along and say this is what you think you should have. People will accept it or not, but then we can change the thing. But you know what? This is what it is. I mean, it's not going to be. It's not easy to do.
No.
You know what I mean?
When you open a restaurant, or when you go to a restaurant, you have a standard of food which is probably reflected in the price. The price may be also reflecting your address. If you're in New York and on Fifth Avenue, you'll have a certain price. But it's the experience. It's the people you're with. It's the way you're treated by the staff. It's the way they remember you when you come next time. I mean, I think that's one of the big secrets of the Quay in the port there. That you go there year after year after year, and they remember you. They remember your name, and it's the same people. And the staff are so welcoming, so friendly, and people want to go back there because you say,
exactly.
Yeah, hello, Charlie, how are you? It's nice.
It's your restaurant.
Yeah.
It was there.
You feel that, and that's what you're trying to replicate with Casablanca restaurant.
Yeah, exactly.
So people go there, and
you see. So a lot of restaurants in Sotogrande which are open now are restaurants which are open for really designed to be open for July and August.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't build a relationship.
No. It's people are coming in and out very quickly. That's the thing. So they are doing all their turnover in July and August. Now, that's the so now Conchados is a different matter. Different. What you can see, they are quite clever. They understood the market. The market can build up with them, them, and so they will call what I call all year round restaurant.
All year round, yes.
Okay, restaurant, which is good. I mean, this is what we need in Sotogrande. We need a bit more of them.
Yeah.
That's what we try to do there in a things. That this is the place to do that.
So talking of Casablanca restaurant, it recently opened, I think, 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks.
3 weeks ago. I understand it's going well. It is August, and you do have that. You're going to open up more lunch? I mean, I know you're involved with it from a sort of advisory point of view.
I'm just advising the thing. I mean, Tony and I are the banker, if you like, in some way. We are putting money into it because we wanted to do something. We wanted to create a restaurant where it will be different. It will be a place where people, it's their place, it's a restaurant, it's their little whatever restaurant, a local restaurant, I think, and people they will come whatever. That doesn't mean that they come every day, but that means that they can support us and it'll be nice. So, what's the question again?
Are you going to open up more and more?
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, we'll try to open lunch and dinner. So we are going to open a dinner for 6 nights a week.
6 nights.
We close on Monday, I think, at the moment. But that again, but then we'll do some lunches. I think we are going to start to open lunches slowly but surely. But maybe so we might start to do maybe 3 lunch every year, every week. Sorry, maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 4. Okay. But I need to speak with Abby. Practically she's the owner. Really, Abby, she's the fee. So we want to see what. But we have to build the team around that. So we'll see what do. So we are taking it slow. And
was that difficult? The team getting the people in? Because it's
when you're a startup, it's always difficult to balance to make the team melt together.
Building a team is important.
It's not.
Yeah.
Look,
but just finding the people, because here it's so seasonal. Getting people to be around and be able to find someone. I get it all the time. People asking me, have you got something to rent? Because I got someone, but they can't afford Sotogrande prices. They need to be outside a little bit, maybe, and it's even there. It's difficult to find.
Difficult, yeah. It's difficult, but Abby managed to do it, so it's great.
Yeah,
good on her.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be honest, I don't know what she did it, but she did it. We have I think 14 people working at once.
14.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Between the washing up, the kitchen, the stuff, yeah.
So I can not pay, and you want me make me wash up, no?
You go.
I'm pulling your leg. Okay. From a professional eye point of view, you think Sotogrande has come up nicely. It's okay. We're never going to be, and we don't want to be necessarily, having super duper, restaurants. When people go to Marbella. And they maybe 1 or 2 or 3 1-star, maybe a 1-2 star Michelin there in Marbella, and that's what one of the people when I'm showing houses here, they say there's nothing to do, and I ask them, what is it you want? What is it that you think you need that you don't have here in Sotogrande that there is in Marbella?
Well, I don't.
There's no restaurants.
I think I will put the question of what do you think Marbella has that we don't have here.
Yeah, exactly.
That is one the question I will put. I mean,
it's got traffic.
It's got a lot of traffic. A lot of problems with it. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. I just think what we have is very special, and I think we have to keep it that way. So it's just, if you want to go to Marbella from time to time to eat, as you say, in a restaurant, to have to go to a destination restaurant, please do. I mean that's not a
of course, and people do that. They should do that.
But nothing stop us to say that maybe one day some people, some restaurateur will come here and open a restaurant as a destination and do something very special in a little farmhouse and things. Shadows.
And why not?
And why not?
And why not? It'll work.
It will work. Yeah. People will come to us.
Yeah. Sorry. What about the future of Sotogrande? How do you see that? More of the same, slowly evolution, or do you see it?
Well, I mean, I hope it's going to be a slow evolution. I really think if it's too fast, we will lose control of it.
Yeah.
I think everybody who managed Sotogrande in a month, you should well done, because they're doing a great job in managing keeping control of the place. What do we see in the future? I mean, as I say, with Gibraltar opening, with the motorway being done now and everything. I mean, I just see it's steady as you go. I mean, it's very good. I think they could do a lot of more work on the beaches, to make them cleaner and the other things. I think we should have tried to have a policy on dog poo.
What?
On
Dog poo. Oh yeah.
Dog poo, that is something people have to learn to clean up after their dog.
But dogs aren't allowed on the beach in the summer.
Well, if you go to the beach, you see there is a lot of dogs.
Maybe it's.
I mean, I have nothing against the dogs. A lot of things with the owners of the dogs.
Of course.
We don't control their dog. I mean, come on, you have to.
Yeah.
It's like the kids. You have to control them. You don't let your kid pee and.
No.
Everywhere. Well, at least if
Okay, Patrick, that's been fantastic. Okay, and one more thing. How would you define Sotogrande in one sentence?
Quiet, beautiful, paradise.
Quiet, beautiful, paradise. Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Patrick, thank you very much indeed. Lovely to talk to you, and thank you for being on the podcast. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick Guilbaud, who is a friend and a fantastic person. Look forward to seeing you next time.